to adore. No matter where we go, I know we're gonna make it. No matter where we go, I know we're not alone. We face it all cause now we know that we can take it. We face it all cause we go big or we go home. Dance like you made it and you found it all. This is paradise. Dance like you made it and you found it all. This is paradise. This is paradise. This is paradise.
Darling, I've been tempted by the darkness, telling me that I should throw it all away. Fight so hard, my heart is hardly helpless. Found myself so desperate on my knees to break. And I hear the voice of an angel telling me not to let go. And I feel the spirit guiding, telling me not to give up. Hold on to every promise I've been praying for tonight. I hold on to every comment, won't surrender tonight. The shadow rises, I walk through the valley, but I won't let nothing take my heart away. I recognize the powers as they rally, call the names, I break them one by one and face to face. And I hear the voice of an angel telling me not to let down. And I feel the spirit guiding, telling me not to give up. Hold on to every promise I've been praying for tonight. I hold on to every comment, won't surrender tonight.
Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. both sad inside and hopeless. These Hollywood hoes never notice. Can't get back up. You're gone, girl, I miss you. Can't get back up. You're gone, girl, I miss you. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night.
Howdy 50, how's it going today?
New Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes. Hollywood perfect. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone, I'm not certain. Girls impolite in the club every night. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. How'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you're Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand,
Tried killing one V'ger and didn't even make a dent. Yeah, it'd be like that right now.
devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess.
You have the wrong officer chart. Maybe we can work through that a little bit today. Happy Sunday. Getting everything set. Got the observatory to level 20 just now and recon locus to 60. I'm definitely saving observatory stuff right now. I could probably have it at like 23. I'll have to see. Always mess up not waiting. Well, sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not worth it. It all depends. Like right now, we probably have like a signal observatory thing coming up on like Tuesday or something. Sound like I'm in a tin can. How does that sound? Yeah, I don't think I changed anything on my side. Okay, I can hear a little bit better now. Sometimes things reset. That should all be set up the same. I don't typically like listening to myself. It sounded pretty normal. We'll just clip one just to see. On the tablet now. Things can be weird. Things can be weird sometimes. I'll get better. Yeah, maybe just even closing out of the app and opening it back up. I appreciate you letting me know, though. Because I have a pre-stream checklist that I run through, but sometimes it doesn't always do everything justice. It does sound a little bit off on the tablet, just not as bad. I don't think I changed anything, but let me make sure my filters didn't get weird. No, nothing there. I don't know. We'll play it back later. See what happens. Always even be weird things with the internet. Stuff doesn't always make sense. Alright, I'm gonna go set miners out. I don't know if it's gonna be G6 or G7. Probably G6. Every once in a while, I need to circle back and restock up on some G6 stuff. Not too bad, but it is what it is. Alright, what do we got for events today? So we have Unity for the Ferengi Exchange. Wave Defense Battle Pass stuff. Unity for the regular Battle Pass thing. Evilfall Protocol. Beat Krenum invading entities. Or Borg Type 3 solos. I need to do both, so that works out pretty decent. Let's see. Chronicle of the Ascendant. I don't think I made much effort into this one at all. Might have to see about doing some spending stuff. I don't think I have anything really to spend on right now, though. We got Scotty's research. I think I finished all these yesterday. Yeah, all Scotty's research is finished. I did almost nothing on that also because I don't have that many materials to spend. Yeah, I don't either. It's like 2 weeks out before I'll have materials again. I pushed a little bit on some of the earlier leaderboards. Oh, let's see. Vengeance event. So this one I can get some points on scoring with spending on the Signal Observatory. I don't know how many points that I would have. Probably 2,000. I don't know if that's enough to score a milestone or not. 2,000 times 273. No, it doesn't. That's a third of a milestone. So I think I'm probably going to hold on that. I'm going to hold on the Signal Observatory. Try to catch up the next Vengeance event. Because this will run again on Tuesday. And that should be like a pretty decent opportunity to possibly catch the next Signal Observatory event. So we have our next event coming up. What do we have? I don't know if we will have another one coming up for sure, I guess. I don't see it on this calendar. Yeah, I don't see that one. So there might not be any kind of an opportunity to actually catch one. So you might not have any reason to have not spent it at all. The Signal Observatory upgrade stuff. I only need one more good payout in the Vengeance event till I get it. I'm 75 blueprints away. So I want to make sure the next time that I spend stuff is gonna count. Because I should be 2 weeks away from the monthly Allegiance chest thing. No, a week. So 5 days. So in 5 days, I'll have my next bunch of loot. Unless it gets to be sooner if there's another compensation chest that pays out the loyalty tokens. Which I've been enjoying very much. But if they do that, then there's a really good chance that be able to do the if we get another 2 days like we have been, I'll be able to lock that into the next Vengeance event. And then I should be able to get the Vengeance then. I will be able to get the Vengeance then. Even if I can't get on the SLB and I only get the 50 from the SMS, I'll buy the extra 25 out of the store. It's gonna be so cool having the Vengeance. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. It's just gonna be another tool to use. Let's go try to kill some Orions. Not that one. So today is just dealing damage. And they've still got the requirement of at the ops level. There's 2 events that run each week for the Vengeance. Or the event runs for 2 days, twice a week right now. It runs on Saturdays and Sundays, and then it runs... I don't remember if it's Tuesdays and Wednesdays or Wednesdays and Thursdays. Ice Wolf! Hello, Ice Wolf! you doing, ma'am?
I will fist you, sir. Okay, no, it's all good. I needed to, I can use.
You're fine, but the computer's choking on carrots? Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. I was gonna say, I didn't think you'd been on that long. But if your computer's choking, I definitely understand that. Well, anyways, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Cottontail. I'm another Star Trek Fleet Command streamer in the Next Gen crew associated with the Warp Drive 5. I stream Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and occasionally if I get a wild hair up my ass, I'll stream on Fridays as well. Can't subject people to net and lag abuse, so yeah, I definitely understand that. Hello, Dark Tree. Hello, Green Tea. How are you doing tonight? I'm just getting ready to go try to get some. Oh no, the dino hands. Oh, okay. That's right. I put that up as a channel point thing. I didn't realize that was the same sound as the dino hands. I thought it was just a cute sound.
Here's a thought for someone. If cats could talk, would they ask us why we don't chase laser pointers? Or would they just critique our choice of snack like a judgmental food critic from a posh restaurant? Ah, yes, a bold choice of potato chips, but...
But... Gosh darn it, that was supposed to be decreasing the amount of the words that were used so it wouldn't run into word limits.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
Ah, dang it, I'm gonna have to look at that one. That's... Oh, I thought I had that one fixed. I might just have to... might have to figure out a way to increase the word limit on that or something. Create some code to handle the handle an overflow. All right, so I've been running at the Orions with the Leslie crew. That's been my best effort. I am gonna just try... I'm gonna try the crew that I've been using for Read Your Silence. And see if that will help. Thank you for the microscape for everybody, Madrox. Because I want to at least get a baseline
I
here.
will fist you, sir. Okay, no, it's all good. I needed to, I can use.
Oh, is there only the one? That is a good clip. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. The context is missing a little bit, but hard to tell if that was a threat or some other general shenanigans. Alright, so I forgot that was one of the things that I was fighting against the Orions here. Is their interceptors, so I don't have any triangle advantage against them. Okay, so these ones barely catch a scratch. I didn't know if any of the upgrades that I've done with tech and whatnot made any difference with those. Does not. So we're still catching 6 points. We're only catching 6 points on that on the destruction. So what I found is switching over to the Leslie crew, I can get these things knocked out. If I put in Naga, the cost to repair this 10 times actually is cheaper than the cost to repair it fully once. Hi MJ, how you doing today? Now there's also the thought process of these ones are the ones that have the self-stinging option, or getting stung option, to decrease your chances of throwing any kind of crits at the enemy. I'm not in the game of really trying to make the big adjustments to the crews or the fleet commanders and everything like that. Guess I miss it because I'll be at work. Happy birthday. Thank you, MJ. I'll probably have to put like a sound alert up for that or something too. Yeah, when I've got Naga here, she at max level. That one's giving me PTSD, that little roar, because that makes the same kind of sound as the dino hands. Oh, Naga's below deck ability gives Salvager Spirit, which at max level is 750% repair efficiency. That drops my repairs down, I don't know, probably over 90% for sure. It puts them less than 10%. And I can jump up to level 72 with this crew. And that gives the ability to only have to kill 5 of these. So I'm taking significantly less hull repair. And I can decrease the number of hostiles I have to kill from 10 to 5. So it's going to be netting a better cost to completion. Now, one thing I thought of was I was wondering if the Omega ability would have any impact in a positive way. I don't know if the amount of hull that I'd have left over would be sufficient because I'm at 20%. And I don't know if 20% would be enough for Leslie to still be able to kick in. But I'm going to try it and just see if that can save me a trip back. If I can still knock out 2 hostiles without having to make 2 trips. I don't expect it to make a difference, but if it does, then it's a gain. If it doesn't, then it's no worse off than I was before. Try to save a little bit of the jump juice, the mycelium stuff. I don't even know if this works with the Leslie ability too or not. It must not. Because the death technically happens outside of combat. Were you in the Valentine meta? I think I was at like 300 out of 500 or something. I don't remember. I don't feel like there was any Valentine's gifts today. $600 out of 1,000. I don't know what a Mako qualification is. I'm anticipating not being able to complete this event. I even question if like 2 of the loyalty badges from the comp chests were counted in this, because I don't feel like there were 2 events. Maybe it was at 400 the other day. I don't know. Another thing they got screwed up this month apparently. Because there definitely wasn't any kind of a gift today. I don't know, what is the gift even? Or what is the payout on that? Probably more of the store currency. That's actually... It's a very pink frame, but I do like the styling behind it. But the event store tokens would definitely be nice. I think they accidentally gave us 2 today's yesterday because we did get 2. I was wondering if we just got 2 because it was actually Valentine's Day. Well, maybe they'll give us 4 of them tomorrow. Yours at 700. Well, you probably completed the loyalty badge for today. Mine will be at 700. I haven't collected today's loyalty badge yet. How many is that now? That's 3 out of the 5. So the damage got completed. I know the last time those were kind of a little bit harder. But the Leslie crew, especially on Sundays, kind of work out. I've got the jump ability, so that gives me the finish for the disco jumping event. So I get to get that knocked out with this, and then yeah, five of the ships. So it's not bad. It kind of sucks to have all the extra travel, but it's still netting better repair-wise. Which that might even be a tactic to use for all of them just now. Just tried the V'ger and it's just beyond me. Are you trying the Leslie crew? I mean, it technically doesn't matter who you have in the seat next to Leslie to give him synergy. But you do want to use Suitor and you do want to use Pick Hugh. And you need to use Neelix. Those are the officers that are essential to make this work. I'll post this crew in Discord if you want to look at it. But you can definitely outpace your ability to kill some of these things. I would kind of expect that you should be able to do it still. That's the cheese crew for the Orions if you're having trouble, if you're not able to kill them. If you're at one of those weird ops levels where you just can't do it. So like there's a lot of players between like 67 and probably all the way up to the 70s. Anybody in G7 without a high tier epic or G6 without a high tier rare or high tier epic too, for that matter. Because yeah, there's a weird level where, you know, like 66 is probably okay-ish, but 67 on up is kind of requiring a higher tiered rare. And I don't know, from what I've been able to kind of gather from the way things are, a lot of it's not even like super benefited with higher ranked crewing or tech or artifact completion or anything either. Because that is 100% the only way that I can even kill one of these Orions, is with that cheat crew right now. And that's just because my Crenshaw is tier 12. You know, like if I started crossing the line at like 14, 15, I might be able to start killing them, but I don't think it'd still be efficient. I think this is by far the most efficient method with Naga below deck, as far as what it would cost to for all the repairs and everything. That's been part of my experience with it, at least. Like, I don't expect a lot of I don't expect a lot of ability to be able to complete that until there's some serious upgrades done. I would kind of hope that like tier 12 would be like where like 70s would be completing things. I feel like that's a fairly reasonable level. I mean, maybe even 71s. Because that's like the level to unlock Vengeance. But I mean, if there's an expectation that 71s have the Vengeance, then I think it'd probably be okay-ish to have, you know, like an expectation of a 71 to have a tier 4 Vengeance to be able to complete the Orions. I don't think that's too far out of too big of a stretch. And then like 72s, you could kind of extend that out to like tier 10, tier 12, something like that. And then 73s, you'd probably be looking at the maxed out or, you know, like entry levels of the G7 uncommon. I feel like at 73 you should be able to do that with at like 74 or 76 or tier 4 or tier 6. Like, I don't think a 73 should have to be expected to go above tier 4 to be able to complete their events. Which I think that would kind of put it in line for some of the previous content. Just try to get in no dice. Been the leg of my ship blowing up, I'm just going to stop before I get aggravated. Well, I mean, with the Leslie crew, like the goal is to have your ship blow up. I just can't understand the logic behind making hostiles that everyone's having issues with. I don't think it's too bad. Like, I think that it's fair to make complicated things. The unfair part is where it's tied into like a daily mechanic of the game. Like that portion of it's not supposed to be complicated. The dailies are supposed to be easy. Now, if this was like a between the arcs mechanic where it's like a heroic event or something like that, that's perfectly fine. These hostels are perfect for that kind of event. All right, challenge track. Select that because I always forget about it. Like I always say, I'm just not bright enough for this game, but I really do mean that, not just a joke. Well, it's not really about... It's about figuring out the tricks.
Thank you for being a friend.
CDB to you.
Travel down the road
Thank you for the raid.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Cottontail. I'm another next-gen streamer.
If it's anything like normal pickles, they spit at you, don't they? And I'm like...
Some of those random videos that pop up for the shoutouts are pretty amazing. Mrs. CDP, welcome in. It's random, I swear. I didn't automatically pick that for you specially. Oh, let's see. Who do we have come in? Hello, JP, Mr. CDB, Yorg, Baconfish, Cronox, Crucian, Mashed Potato. How's it going tonight? Tricky, how are you? That should be illegal. Well, you could possibly talk to Mr. CDB and see if he would take it off the channel or disable it or make it make it need to be special. Bye, Brute. How's it going tonight? That'd be kind of an interesting, like, marketing opportunity. Hello, Major Samo. How are you doing, ma'am? Like, that'd be an interesting marketing opportunity. Like, if there was like a requirement to be able to play clips on other channels. Like, if it cost me like 20 bits to be able to play that or something. Just got finished with the Orion kills for the evening. working the Leslie cheese myself. That's been my my method that I've had to resort to for killing the V'ger Orions. The Leslie crew is the only way that it works. Thank you for the lurk, Mrs. CDB. So I'm op 71 right now. I'm getting really close to getting the Vengeance. I think once I get the Vengeance and get an opportunity to do a couple of the upgrades, we might be able to start killing things normally again. You see me killing Mies in the microscape? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that. Have a good evening, CDB. I hope you have a great night's sleep. And I hope you have a fantastic week at work. And I'll see you on your next stream. There we go. So for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, the community's been kind of playing a little side quest game of sorts. Let's see, there's that one. The autocorrect. This is the game. It's called Microscape. I'm gonna pop it up on screen here. Is this it? This is it. So it's just a little game that runs in the browser, and it's based on old school RuneScape. And there's a bunch of members of the community. Retro's in here, Madrox is here, I'm here, Ice Wolf is here. We're all in the same spot here. we are on World 3. And it's just it's a really idle game. Sea Engineering. Big Tay Don't Play. I feel like that's a name that's familiar. But it's kind of like a fun little game to play in the background. So as you are watching streams, if the streamer has this enabled on their channel, you'll get time to play in the game. And that's part of this energy component. So if you start off with a maximum of 24 hours. And as you watch a stream, you earn time to be able to play in the game. And there are also redemptions for channel points in the channel. I would suggest that you use that. It's been kind of a great way for it. There's like a little over an hour for any of that stuff really easy. Yeah, you can jump between worlds. Like, you don't have to be stuck on World 3 if you really can't find something that you're specifically looking for. Because these are kind of busy right now. And if anybody gets curious about this or wants to learn more about it, I'm pretty sure that practically most of the streamers have it going, so you can check in on their discords, you can ask questions, and there's a possibility that we may end up possibly doing some kind of a Microscape stream some random day, or something that has a little bit of priority towards Microscape. Yeah, It's been kind of a fun activity that just plays idly in the background. You just have a tab open for it, and you don't have to really do anything. There is a Discord for this particular thing too, because this is an earlier release. This is in a in beta right now, so they are introducing features and stuff like that, and so you can turn in bug reports or feature suggestions or stuff like that on their Discord. And obviously there's many people in the community that know some ideas about it. So how do you see what world you're in? If you go on the left side and click on worlds, you can see which world you're assigned to. That shows current next to it. Thank you for the follow, Kinslayer. Oh, the 3 green bars here too. I always forget about that. That was actually kind of a new one too. Down at the bottom. I don't know if this can zoom in. Maybe a little bit. Make it a little more appropriate sized for most of the people that are watching. But yeah, there's it's been kind of a fun little thing. You know, like a lot of these times it doesn't take much to get 24 hours of streaming in this. So there's it's very easy to have the time filled, and it's kind of like it's almost like doing outposts in Star Trek Fleet Command. You just kind of set your task for the night that you want to have done and check on it in the morning. And you know, like if you go mine tin and copper, you can go make bronze things during the day. You know, mine tin one night, mine copper the next night, and spend the full day making different bronze tools and armor and everything. Of course, your abilities, as you level up, you get to do better and better things and get more tools and all the fun stuff. I'm still learning a lot about the game myself. Like it's a simple game, but you know, like there's always going to be like interesting little caveats to like all the aspects of it and whatnot. And I am suggesting that anybody that is streaming it is should have the microscape tag on their stream too, just to kind of give a little bit of visibility and discoverability for it, because there have been people that are looking to gain energy and lurk in streams. How do you move? So you don't actually move, you kind of just reassign yourself to a task. So one of the things that you can do, this is zoomed in now. So one of the things that you can do is work on your abilities here on the left side. So one of the things that this is the way that I've kind of started playing it and using things. So I find like an ability that I want to work on. I'm just mainly trying to level up the abilities. So like right now, I believe I'm working on strength. You can click on these interaction points on the map or on the screen, wherever you're at, and you can do different interactions with them. So like I click on the mouse here on the screen and it brings up the mouse and the different ways that I can interact with it. So like I need to balance up my attack strength. So I can click on this attack one and start fighting it, and I'll start fighting it. Now, if you don't have certain things in your area that you want, you can actually go to the map And within this map, you can see all these different little check marks, waypoints, and you can go and look at what kind of things they have available there. And you can select tasks from there as well, or you can just travel there to start it. So like if I wanted to go kill giant rats, I could click on the giant rat, and then whichever ability that I wanted to work on against that giant rat, I could select that ability and start fighting. When I click start fighting, it's going to travel. It's going to enter the new system, or the new map area. And then I'm here at the sewers, and I'm going to be looking for giant rats. Now, eventually, I'm going to die because I don't have a sufficient amount of the, I don't have a sufficient amount of... I don't think I do yet. I've been working on my combat abilities over the last couple of days here, so I might have enough strength to really be able to do this. But sometimes you can get outmatched, and sometimes you get outmatched and you die and you have to respawn. So my inventory actually just filled with this last combat battle. So my character is going to the bank to deposit the my inventory into the vault, and then it'll travel back and start fighting again on its own. So like you don't have to worry about your inventory getting filled up or anything like that. It'll automatically go dump your loot out if it needs to. Yeah, food helps if you have a food in your inventory. I don't think I do right now. I have raw meats. That's one of the things, like once you get done doing all this combat, you can go to a fire and cook the meat, and then once you have the meat cooked, you can equip it. Different things give you different abilities. I should check to make sure I don't have anything that I can equip in any of these empty spots. But like any of these items that you find, it gives you ways to get it. So like if I wanted to acquire a bronze helmet, I could get it at Dremaire's Clads, or I could smith it. And if you click on the ability, or if you click on the smithing acquisition source, it'll show you what you need to be able to actually create it. So like I need to have level 3 smithing ability, and I need to have a bronze bar. 1 bronze bar creates 1 bronze helm. And you can click highlight on the map. This will bring up the map, and the areas that have the ability to give you that will be highlighted. So like this one was highlighted in yellow, and I think it was this one was highlighted in yellow. And that has I think that was the anvil. If you have something to get rid of in your inventory, you can send it to the bazaar. Like this inventory, or the big inventory. I don't know how to sell things at the bazaar. Well, you can make an offering. Purchase. Yeah, I haven't really worked my way through this one yet. I did make some kind of an offer for something. I haven't worked through that one a lot yet. Yeah. Yep. So, like, the smithing ability, so, like, if I was making a bronze helm, it requires a bronze bar. So I can click on the bronze bar, I can see how many I have in my inventory. I have 1 in my inventory. And then the source of it is going to be from smithing. So I can click on here to see how to smith it. And then for the smithing ability, I can see that that requires an anvil. No, it requires a smelter, and then copper ore and tin ore. And I can see that I have the ability to create like 1,700 bronze bars right now. Yeah, tin and copper are kind of like the starting point for a lot of things. You know, once you get that ability worked up, once you get your ability worked up there, then you can start going to iron and silver and coal and gold and mithril and adamantite and progrite and all the stuff. Yeah, the bronze pickaxe was a pretty decent starting point for things. I've got a bronze scimitar right now. I think I had... I don't remember what I started off with. Probably just the bronze axe. But right now I'm working on my combat abilities just to be able to go harvest meat. So that I can go do tougher battles later on. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. And like I said, most of the streamers are picking it up as an option so you can earn time watching, well, as you watch. And some of the streams will have an option for drops. I think if you had 3 drops, then you get the option to turn that in for a time crystal, which means that you can have additional time available to you. Mike is now echoing. Cyborg. Oh boy. What did we do? Oh, I know what I did. Okay, it should not be echoing anymore. Oh, this is one of those things where you try to think of something. I was trying to think of a way to feed my audio differently into like Stream Together and Discord than I have been doing. And I did an incomplete process, an incomplete step with that. I'm just gonna remove that source entirely because that did not work the way that I wanted it to anyways. Where are you? That way I can't accidentally get turned on again. We are Bunnyborg. Hopping away is futile. Okay, now I kind of wish I had the voice mod thing to be able to turn on the robotic voice. So something I've been noticing that's kind of interesting is, you know, like these things don't generally automatically reset themselves, but it seems like if you come into the system to view it, a lot of times they'll actually kick back in. Like, I feel like every time I've gone to look at whether the node is reset or not, it ends up resetting the node. Without having to hop off and hop back onto the node. It's been, I don't know if it's just been part of the RNG just timing out that way, or if that's how it's actually been happening. My curiosity kind of started with DJs had mentioned on a couple of streams back that he thought that it was possibly like a fix that had been implemented here recently, that it automatically reset itself. And I was like, no, mine still hasn't been resetting itself. But pretty much ever since he said that, I've been going to check on them, and as I've been checking on them, they've definitely been resetting themselves. At a high frequency, at least. I'm not convinced that it's at 100%, but it's probably like 80+%. All right, I need to do rebooter stuff real quick. I should send out my Reliant. My Reliant is finally making it to the 62 system. With the Wesley crew, at least. So I'm able to, after this last Starship Ascendancy event, I was able to get it upgraded 1 or 2 tiers. And that got me to the point of moving from like the 58 system to the 62 system. So now I can start collecting the Epic Splicers with the Reliant. And that's got me pretty much to the point where I don't have to actively engage with the augment loop anymore. Like, the only real active portion of it now is the Khan's favor stuff and like the Khan's hostels, and, you know, turning in the trophies for the missions. Which has been really, really relaxing. Because, I mean, that's just as good as, if not better than, like, an archive. Because that's, like, fully retiring that loop. Or setting it 100% passive, at least. It's kind of like what the Squall did with the Transigen. Because with its ability to defend, like, all you have to do is click on it every once in a while, and then you just keep on collecting stuff. Ship error has occurred. Alright, what do we got left? Wave defense, can get that knocked out. Probably almost can do that with 2 ships now. Outpost events, is that a new one, or is that just the old one? That's the old one. That's the old one that's still running. Let's see, I didn't join any of the ticket events for today. Let's join this one. Beings Reminding Crystal in G6 space. Collect the Tritanium. We have a Surge Tactics ALB. The NSEA event is running. My Dauntless is getting really close to the point of being able to take on the hostiles in Terex. Yeah, Terex. So in that 68 system, right now it does like 5. But I know like once the shield stuff gets all situated with that, it'd probably be the next tier, I'm guessing. And that can kind of start doing some of the grinding there for me. Because I don't like to actually take the time to do the grinding, but I'll definitely send the Dauntless there on a daily basis. Alright, so G7 hostile crew on. I'm gonna knock out Q's trials. Do all the daily things. And then after Q's trials, it'll be G7 hostiles and then do a couple of waves. I feel like the Q's loop is getting close to the point of almost like retiring itself too. Because we've gotten quite a few options for sourcing the Forbidden Tech tier up catalyst and all the stuff there. So it's almost like the refinery turn-in that you had was not really doing its task anymore. It's not up to task. Alright, so that is Q's trials. So that means that I'll have the dailies finished, which means that I can collect my loyalty reward, which means that I get an extra point in the Valentine's event, getting me up to 700 points out of the 1,000 that is needed. So I don't know if tomorrow we're gonna get Mako events. Or if that was for part of the sub 51 battle pass. Or if they've just got this whole thing screwed up and we'll just have to get a compensation to get the 20,000 store currency. and the frame and the avatar for everybody else. Thank you for the follow, Ichiban Sensei. Anyone know what Prime gives specialty building stuff? What do you mean by gives? There's stuff that like discounts. There's artifacts that discount. I don't think there's a Prime that gives any specialty building stuff. There's Primes that make it cheaper, so it costs less to upgrade. Or there's stuff that does, at least. I think there's a couple of research items. I know that there's artifacts. Mako's Ops 20 to 51 events. Sculpey's answer will be, we have a pack for that. That's possible. Prime building claim? Was that just one of those ones that gets overlooked? Oh, Prime building materials claim. I don't know if I would suggest purchasing that one, but yeah, it's there. It's one of those things, like, if they made it so, like, all the new buildings would always become part of this, like, this probably wouldn't be a bad pack to accelerate building growth. But a lot of these buildings have been around for a while. But it does exist, yes. I didn't even know that that existed. But that might have been one of those ones that I had learned about and said, maybe not for me. Yeah, the war chest one wouldn't be bad. Well, that's the thing, though. Like, the max spender, the big spenders are just gonna buy the pack to upgrade the building. They're not gonna get a drip for it. Unless those buildings, they don't have the ability to, and that's the only way to get the extra resources for them. But that would almost seem silly, because that would only be $100 when they could probably get, you know, like $1,000 a building. So like, yeah, there's a war room building pack that you can purchase. I don't think I can see. Yeah, I can't see much of the other ones because I've got them all maxed now. I do have buyer's remorse on that one. Well, like I said, if they would have kept it like so, like if as they added new buildings, like it always would benefit those. Like that would be a killer pack. That would be a killer prime. I like that emo, but it just keeps on reminding me of the Dino Hand sticker.
Here's a thought for someone. If we can put a man on the moon, why can't we put a toaster there too? Just imagine the perfect toast, floating in zero gravity. Would it even land butter side down, or just hover like it's contemplating life choices?
At least that one finished its thought. Like 0 G's. Uh, probably about 2.5 more hours. Yeah, because I'd probably be ending shortly after you start. Yeah, because I don't get an opportunity to stream longer during the week, so I try to make sure that I get close to like 4 hours on my Sunday stream when possible. Sometimes I don't get started till later because, like, when the weather's really nice like this, like, it's nice to get out and go for a walk. And sometimes I get out doing errands and stuff, and it's like, time to get home, and it's like, man, now I gotta make dinner. Walks are definitely good. That's one of the good things about the, living in the Twin Cities here in Minnesota. There's all sorts of publicly accessible walking trails and parks and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I know. I started laughing about that when you put it's open mic night. I'm like, that's not just like a tonight thing. Yeah, 4 minutes would be way too long. All right, let's go kill some G7 hostiles. I've got a bunch more warping to do there. Hi, Omega J. I can't kill them all. I'll just kill the 50 that I need to kill, and we'll call that good. Must be lagging a little bit up here because these are stopping on the spawn points. I've been kind of surprised about the way some of these have been working out because I maxed out quite a few artifacts and it didn't actually end up increasing the number of hostiles that I can hit on one hull here. I kind of thought it might be able to extend it like one, maybe two more. Because like there's extra apex barrier, there's a little bit more shield. I think there was even some just damage increase too. But I kind of stuck at 10. 10 is my magic number. Go kill Big Papa Coin and J-Ree. They're not in this system, are they? Oh, Big Papa Coin is in this system. I would feel bad. J-Ree was too on the right. I missed them. Oh, that was kind of hidden behind the other tag there. I mean, it'd be one thing. Yeah, they're not overprotected. If they start showing cargo, maybe we'll say hi. Oh, there's two of them. He's got two ships up here. I've actually been kind of surprised how like reasonable the pressure has been on the nodes here. Like there hasn't been very many days where I've had trouble actually hopping on a node to do my dailies. I mean, that may be increasing at some point, but there could also just be enough spread in, you know, like people's time that they play the game at, that, you know, there's good opportunities to find spots during the day. Because he doesn't have the G7 miner. Well, he might have the G7 miner. Or does he not have it? Period. I haven't really looked into what the build costs are yet, because I'm still a pretty decent amount away from the 71 shipyard. Like, I'm probably 3 to 4 months away from the 71 shipyard. Just because the amount of Sigma par steel is so high. I can't accumulate it at a rate that makes any of it real good. Good night, Ormos. Thank you for stopping by. Aphelion is nice out in the 73 Veil systems. I believe that. I look forward to getting it when I can. I think I'm going to be positioned pretty decently to do it. Your main mission chain is way behind. Let's see, like I'm getting close to halfway on rep to prestige 1. And I've only been working on it for a couple of weeks now. And if they do give us a couple more opportunities to earn it in alliance tournaments, that'll help out a lot too. Your mission chain is at Ops 47. Holy crap. That's triple digit numbers. That's got to be triple digit numbers.
I am still trying to get to 69.
You're the best around.
I'm sure it is. I don't know if there's a good way to check that on stfc. Space or in Spock's Club. Because like you can look at your mission completions, but I don't know if there's a way that you can see it. I counted the missions before it was over 100. Yeah, I completely believe that. Because I mean, that's all of G5 and all of G6 plus whatever portion of G4. I don't think G5 really was that deep in the missions, but I feel like G6 was. The G6 stuff. STFC space will show you the chain. Well, it doesn't show you what chain you're on, but you can look at what chain you're on. Also, I was gonna say, like, the G6 missions were actually, like, really well written missions. A lot of them were. So, like, that whole storyline was something I enjoyed going through. Which has continued a little bit into G7. Try to use ships with jump drives to run missions to cut out the travel time. Yeah, jump drives and then impulse crews. Like a lot of times I'll run a ship that has high impulse to collect the mission points, and then I'll have a ship standing by in like my daily system to go do like the kill 10 hostiles of such and such level or higher, just to have that pre-stage, and then I'll have a ship sitting outside of my station ready to recall, just to be able to kind of cut all that time down, because those are kind of like the 3 mechanics that you always run into. That works really well when you're doing like the storyline missions from the arc, because you know, like those are like level 50, but the ones that are for the for like the main mission line, it gets a little bit more tricky, because you do usually end up having to run into warp limitations, and some of your ships that have fast impulse may not be able to reach some of those ones. Although that's becoming less and less of a thing. I think the 2600 warp on the GS31, so you can always crew that up and knock things out with that. 9,457 missions. Does it show on this one? Did they ever add that? Yeah, 7640 for me. I haven't done most of the, I think, G5 and G6 missions for Federation. I skipped a bunch of those to be able to go back to later for wrapping up when I needed it, but I think the DTI store kind of circumvented that a little bit. Yeah, I usually do the warp cancel first. That way it's already sitting outside the station and I just have to hit recall. Like when I'm impulsing to the next mission point or whatever, I'll do the warp cancel on 1 or 2 of the ships. Just to have it pre-staged. Anyone remember the name of the G7 Ascension mission? Ascendancy is... the key. I remember where it took place. So you should be able to do recommended level. $71. Hammer and tongs. Margins. Yeah, it was in the pole ball case system. It is hammer and tongs. I don't even remember that name. Oh, it's part of the margin stuff. And then the veil. Yeah, hammer and tongs is the actual ascension one. And then you go to the veil after that. Margins part 5 is the one that gives you the actual ascendancy cores. TL in 1 to 2 months. Yeah, margins part 5 is the one that gives you the building stuff. And then hammer and tongs is what gains you entry into the veil. Brett the Hitman and Jim the Anvil. Well, I remember Brett the Hitman Hart, but Jim the Anvil I definitely don't remember. Every once in a while my dad will break out some old names like that though. 167? Oh my. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. They were tag team partners for a long time? Oh. I don't remember Brett doing tag teams. Alright, that is my 50. Like, most of the time when I was watching wrestling was... Let's see, who was just getting out of it? It was like the end of, like, Gold Dust and... It would have been in, like, the mid-90s when I was watching. I don't remember who some of the older names were still back then. Ric Flair, but I mean, he was around forever. I was watching wrestling before there was a Ric Flair and a Hulk Hogan. I'm pretty sure my dad was too. The Iron Sheik. That's one that I know that I've seen clips of. Just typing that, Tony. I've seen a lot of, like, I've watched like documentaries and stuff on like the old school wrestlers and stuff like that. There's a lot of there's a lot of connection to like the roots of that stuff through Minnesota here too. So like there's a lot of local kind of like some local lore and stuff built around some of it. Rowdy Roddy Piper. I was trying to think about what like Sting. Like there was kind of like a before point and an after point with Sting. That's not the 20 already, is it? That is. That went quick. Rowdy Roddy Piper was definitely one of my favorites when I was a kid. I think when I was a little shit, my favorite was the Road Warriors. Even had like the WWF bed sheets back in the day. A lot of that stuff has changed. Greg Gagne and Jumpin' Jim Brunzel. The Vern Gagne name sounds familiar. Yeah, he was the dude that did like the big promotion stuff in Minneapolis. The training and stuff. That's where the local lore and the Minneapolis ties come from, the Minnesota ties. A lot of that starts from him. Jesse the Body Ventura. he was an interesting governor. Man, all of y'all wrestling fans, I hope you're following MJ. He definitely gets into the wrestling side of things a lot. He's got his own little wrestling review show for the current stuff, and I'm sure they probably talk a lot about some of the past stuff too.
You're the best around.
Crusher and Bruiser were a really old tag team. Crusher was in the first cage match, and Promo had Crusher with a section of chain link fence and a tomato. Just saying his opponent wasn't going over the chain link fence, wasn't going under the chain link fence. He was going through the chain link fence, like the tomato did. That's interesting. All right, so we got that done, So I think next is gonna be some wave defenses. We got an ad break coming up, so I'm gonna sneak in a quick break myself. We'll run an ad and give ourselves some time.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
All right, we back. Hammer time. Can't flush this. Refill the drink. Empty the bladder. Switch over laundry. All right, so this is gonna be the first first elite wave I've done since I've maxed out the GS31. So it's gonna be kind of fun to see. Oops, that's not the button I was looking for. It's gonna be kind of fun to see that at its best. That relativity is almost as big as my cube, too. My goodness. The Starship Ascendancy event that ran, I was able to get a bunch of stuff done. We'll leave that for now. Fill that later. Who gets the last chair? Well, I unlocked Uhura today. It's not horrible. So yeah, I'm interested to see this in action against the elite waves now. Because I should be able to use the active ability every wave now instead of every other one. So it should be able to cut down on the time in the system. Makes these things a little bit easier. If it ever... Holy crap. That took forever. That's gonna be interesting if it gets laggy like that. So if I would have done it right, I would have waited longer for that hostile to get towards the center of the system. Okay, give me credit for that one. Learning the timing is definitely the most interesting part here. Establishing a new pattern. Yeah, because trying to come back when the pattern's already been screwed up is a little bit tough. Yeah, I maxed it this week. So I have to get used to getting the attack in at the beginning. And patience. I also need to learn the patience to wait just a little bit so that the timing works out for the cooldown. So we get the easy ones out of the way. We beam the tough ones. Oh, that kills... I should just let that one hit the center then. I didn't know the beam actually killed it. If I let that hit the center, then I don't have to really do any repairs. Otherwise, if I hit the big ships, then I end up having to do repairs. Oh, let's see. I need to collect... Okay, that doesn't come until tomorrow. All right, take 2. I just need to be patient and give this one 30 seconds. Yeah, that's basically how I've been doing them. I've just had to attack the level 70s. But I was able to kill 3 or 4 of them normally. So you're still gonna kill that one. You're still gonna kill that one. Nope, that did not work the way I thought it was going to. No, we're gonna wait for that one to get towards the center. For the cooldown. I don't know if that makes it any easier or not. Almost feels like it takes more ships. Yeah, you can blast them before they haven't entered the system. As long as they're showing on the map, they're fair game. Yeah, I learned that in the transigen systems. Because I had some people that accidentally killed my chaser outside the system. The fifth wave, though, that's the awesome one. I like that. I like that a lot. That makes it so much easier. Alright, so we'll do repairs on those ships. Reset this miner. Collect my ticket, which that should complete it, I do believe. Looks like it. All right, the other event. What was this one again? I don't remember anymore. Renums. All right. Speed this up. Switch this over to relativity. I'm not used to seeing that at the beginning of the list. That made such a big jump. Can probably damn near get that upgraded here a few more days. All right. Accidentally hit the button to op 72. Ugh. Friend solo or type 3 solo Qmata? I could do both, so I'm probably gonna run. I don't know. I need to do both. So I don't know, probably run like 5, 4. Run 4 of the relativity solos. I'm very interested to see how this is gonna do now. It was doing fine before. Alright, anti-charged. I didn't realize I had enough to do it. Yeah, that's I don't know if there was uncommon involved in that or not, but it's yeah, like you could, if you're ready to go, like that's not a bad thing by any means. That increases your payouts on things. I'm trying to make sure that I get some of the efficiencies unlocked before I get to that point. It's like the extra what you call it one. No worries, MJ. I'm not in any big hurry by any means tonight. Not much, if any, uncommon to go to 72 ops. Yeah, okay, then yeah, that would be kind of just hang there. I'd just hang at that spot and just wait until I got whatever efficiencies unlocked at least. All right, so we're anti-charged. So I'm gonna set this to anti-static. And then we're about depleted on both, so we can do an even amount. 1.8 is a pretty good pull on the static. 1.87 is a really good pull on the static. Now, before this point, I was always able to do these, but I would have my relativity die. So I'm hoping that now this will have the strength to last through. Why does the Armada flag look different? Why does that look so different? The 71 docks and guns, one uncommon. Yeah, I've been kind of holding off on those for like a decent spend event. Well, oh, we're really in business now. We just got to a good tipping point on this loop. Are they at 69? I'm at 69 still. I haven't gotten to 70 on my docks and guns yet. I'm still trying to finish up the G6 research. As soon as I get that finished up, those are going to be next. As soon as I start getting into that surge research. There's some good pulls up here right now. Well, that's good that there's that many that I can do on one hole now. So I've been kind of doing as minimal as possible until I could get this leveled up to the point that I could get up here doing it well. Because it might be getting close to the point where I can do a single ship. Is that 50? That is 50. I have 50. They ran out of bug fixes, so they hired an exterior decorator to redo for an episode of This Old Space. Dude, that would be an actually well-wanted thing, though. If they actually ended up getting somebody that would do, like, cosmetic upgrades and stuff. Like, that'd be a well-appreciated thing by a lot of the community. Alright, let's take a peek at the charge. I don't know if I'm going to have the same level of success with those or not, but... There's a couple of decent ones up here. I'm gonna be a little sad if this one kills the ship. Okay. That wasn't too bad. First cosmetic upgrade would eliminate the pink nodes. Yeah. I remember when that used to be kind of touted as like an iOS thing. But now it just happens on everything. I don't see it very often, but it's still definitely something that occurs. I'm respawning all these nodes to the big ones. Because like all the nodes that were around the system were like 100k, 400k left and stuff. I kind of wish that would have just killed the ship, but... Okay, that went well. We ended up with an extra... We're ending up with extra common research stuff. I'm thinking I see them several times a week most weeks. I would say that I see them about once every 3 weeks. Alright, so this Fall protocol is done. This Alliance meta is done. I've already got everything I need for the... I've already completed all the Scotty's research. Before today's event. So we ended up... Either I didn't do one of the ones last time, or we've got a jump start for the next run of this. Actually, I should repair that too. But now that I know that I can do multiple ones of these in one shot, I can definitely do those a little more often. But I've definitely seen pink nodes more in the last 6 months than I have in the previous 6 years. I can say that for a fact. Because I went a very, very, very long time without ever having experienced them. Oh. I got a bad bot command. So I put a clips channel on my Discord. And anytime that something gets clipped using the exclamation point clip, it'll automatically post it into the clips channel on my Discord. But however, I mistyped the posting command. So it came back with an invalid variable. So I want to check and see if this one will actually post. Because trying to get that automated would be kind of nice. Okay, that does do the trick. Perfect. That one might not be set up correct yet. Oh, wrong button. No, that one did work. Okay, perfect. Trying to get some of like the automated stuff to work correctly. Automate some of the stuff, make it easier to find, whatnot. And then I think I also did the same thing with the random thoughts. I had intended to do it. I don't know if I actually went through with that yet. No, I still have to do that. So I intend to set it up so that, especially when the bot doesn't have a chance to share everything, it reaches its character limit. I'm gonna have it posted in Discord so that it can so it can be at least looked at and see what it was supposed to be. That way it's referenceable for future purposes. All right. That's good. So run a couple of Continuum solos. Oh, my Revenant is a baby right now. I need to finish upgrading it. I didn't finish upgrading it during CoTA. I thought I was going to have a chance to do it in the morning, but then I got busy at work and I didn't get a chance to jump in the game to do any of that. And I've been leaving it kind of like at the point of needing to be upgraded. Like I've left the level at 1 and just kind of trying to get it to go up on its own. Like I get it up into the 50s just fine, but usually like, I don't know, CoTA comes back around or something and doesn't get a chance to get past like level 60. So I don't even know like what the capabilities of this ship are right now. Lurking and scraping. Escaping. Oh, this is so painful. I kind of wish there was like an upgrade all button like there is for the XP. But I don't think I'm going to be using this as a scoring mechanic for Starship Ascendancy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and level this up all the way. Should be able to solo Type 3 and Polyborg Mata when maxed with good crew. Yeah, I can probably handle as many as I can throw at it with the solos for sure. I haven't really tried a good crew. With the group armadas. Let's see. This is non-armada hostiles, right? Non-armada. This non-armada? That's non-armada. I just haven't really upgraded this crew for something that takes all seats. Well, pick Q wouldn't be a bad choice. I gotta keep on remembering that he can slide into any crew setup. Because if I cycle in like Gwen and stuff on this crew, it'd probably be fine for doing the groups. Yeah, I scrapped my Revenant 3 times during this past CoTA. I think it's at least 3 times. Like the previous runs, I'd done it like 10 or 15 times. Because it's a decent amount of points that you can score off of one scrap cycle. I want to say that it was pretty close to 20 million. or thereabouts at least. It might have been over. Not 100% sure. PNG pick and Bev with Gwen on bridge as soon as you unlock Mark 3 or Mark 2 skin. The TNG Picard? I suppose that boosts mitigation, and then that would also boost the isolated cascade. So I can definitely see how that would work out. 50 just lost the directive. I saw that. I'll have to push the button. Perfect. Is your game that delayed? Like, I don't even see the pin active on this one. Or are you just going down to that one? Tom Paris, Beckett, Etroy. Yeah, I usually do Troy. A lot of times I put Veil down there too, just to get that extra crit damage or the crit chance down. But yeah, definitely the V'ger status trio is definitely nice to have. I just usually run Toro with, especially against the solos, I run Toro with full synergy just to get the extra loot drop off of it. Stop pushing the buttons. I've got 3 devices making noise. No, I don't want to attack that. I want to attack that. MJ had out there pushing people's buttons. All right, so just kind of a rundown of what the rest of the streaming schedule is looking like this week. So tomorrow I have a I have a stream set up for noon Central Time, so 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm gonna do a shorter stream for about 2 hours. Typically that's something that I do in the evenings, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow afternoon. And then I'll have a stream for my birthday on Tuesday. That'll start around, what did I say? 4 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Kind of run that as long as feels necessary or whatever. I'll have some shenanigans at play. I'll have the wheel spin active. We'll have Bean Boozled. I'll have a hot chip challenge available. We'll bring back the flavored mealworms, and let's see what else. Whatever else sounds like a good thing to do on the wheel. If you have any ideas of anything to use for any goal incentives or anything like that, let me know. I'm more than happy to try to add some ideas down. Add some extra fancy stuff. Sounds like some fine dining. You know, the worms aren't that bad. The worms are not that bad. It's, you know, they're fried. It's almost the same kind of consistency as like a pork rind. You know, so it's no flavored gach. I don't know if I can get stuff available here in Minnesota this time of year. But I will have a wheel spin up. I always try to have a couple of free spins available for everybody. And then there'll be spins for subs, gift subs, bit donations, stuff like that. I'll try to have some incentives available for future streams for meeting any goals or anything like that as well. And then if things line up well, maybe on Saturday we'll have a Vengeance acquisition stream. No refrigeration required for shipping. No, not this time of year. You almost need to have some of that stuff heated up so it doesn't get froze. All right, what else do we got to wrap up for tonight? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So we still have the Surge event. I might run a Surge here for the Alliance. I gotta go do the Protector thing. I knew that there was like one more thing that I was forgetting about. There's always one more thing. It made me laugh because there were some references to some old TV series and Rev stream yesterday. Might have been Friday, but I think it was yesterday. And Columbo was one of the ones that popped up. And every time that I have, you know, like that one more thing, it's always that Columbo reference. Are you playing Battleship now? What are these numbers and letters for? Are that my base coordinates? Like Oh, microscape attack, strength, and defense. So that puts your combat ability. What is that, 19 then? My understanding is that's an average of those three values. I don't know exactly what the end result of that. I died. I did not have the endurance to take on large rats yet. It'll be better tomorrow, though. It'll be better tomorrow. Why do I feel like I'm in the wrong spot? No, I'm in the correct spot. Okay. According to equipment page, level 19. Okay. So they round up. Every once in a while, it gets confusing for me to figure out where they hide some of those statistics and stuff. I shouldn't say like where they hide it, like where it gets used, like what the value actually ends up translating to. Because like I understand like a combat value has, you know, like a meaning. I just don't know what that meaning actually is. Like, what are you able to accomplish at a certain combat level, you know, 20 that you can't do at 19? Because like I understand like the color rankings towards like the enemies that you're going against. Like if it's red you're dead. Yellow, you know, you're probably gonna die quickly. Green means you're usually pretty good. But like the big rats, I've got green on right now, but they still end up killing me. So I'll have to look into what statistics give like health regeneration, you know, like vitality or something like that. Or if I just need to make sure that I have food equipped. Because I know like if you have food equipped, it'll automatically regen health at 33%. Or whatever you set your minimum value to. And I've done it. I've ate food by accident before too. Because it does end up in the bottom little tooltip tray thing. Alright, a couple more hits and then Nesmith shards. Had 200 meats down to 161 left after gaining 1 strength level. Okay, so that it does have a pretty quick consumption then. I know like when I watched like the combat against the bigger rats, like it didn't seem like my health was dropping at all. But I know that I'm also only at like a 66% hit chance or something. So I know, like, if I get into a rut where I'm missing them, then I'm gonna definitely get chewed up a little bit quicker. I also got to work on equipment too. I haven't really done much for equipment. That'll probably be the next thing that I start paying attention to. I wanted to get the combat strength up to... I'm aiming for 20 for everything. But... I might have to settle for 15. And then just start working on some of the production abilities. Boy, these things spread out fast. Do attack and defense to unlock weapons and armor and shield, and then catch the strength up. That kind of sounds roughly where I'm at right now. I kind of got my strength up a little bit to kind of get it at like a minimum level. And then I got defense and strength up. Right now I'm just working on like the attack stuff. All right, so that is good. We'll set that on a node and we'll call that good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set a raid out to MJ. Again, appreciate everybody stopping by today. Appreciate the company and the time. I will be once again streaming tomorrow. It's gonna be at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a kind of a quick, shorter stream, about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna go out and start my celebrations, and then yeah, we'll be back again on Tuesday, and we'll be starting celebrations at about 4 p.m. Eastern. Hope everybody has a fantastic Monday. And thanks once again for stopping in.